And once again, we wish you a pleasant good afternoon from Mount Clemens Ice Arena. We're located approximately 30 minutes northeast of Motown, Detroit, in Mount Clemens, Michigan. Day number one, the 2025 United States Premier Hockey League Detroit Showcase. Game number 3, the marquee matchup of day one. And it features one of the tri-hosts of the Detroit Showcase, the MetroJets, who will face off against the Toledo Cherokee. My name is Matt Preer, the voice of the MetroJets Hockey Club up high in the flight deck. And as always, with the MetroJets and Toledo Cherokee play, we are joined by the voice of the Toledo Cherokee, Zeke Fravor, who's just coming off the first game of the day over on rink number 2. Zeke Fravor, it's Metro Toledo, round 4.
It's always Metro and Toledo. It always has been, Matt. I mean, none bigger than obviously a couple of weeks ago, but anytime you get these two teams, you get them in a showcase setting, it's always a treat.
Indeed it is. As the MetroJets, as we mentioned, one of the tri-hosts of the 2025 USPHL Detroit Showcase coming into this game. Currently 4th in the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division, a record of 12 wins, 3 losses, no overtime losses, but 1 shootout loss. 7-2-0-1 in their last 10 games, with the Toledo Cherokee now tied for first in the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division. 15 wins, 2 losses, good for 30 points on a 9-game heater so far. And the team they're tied with, the Columbus Mavericks, well, they're playing next door against the Chicago T-Rex at the moment. Over on rink number 2, Columbus leads 1-0 over the T-Rex. A lot at stake going on right now on both sides of the building.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's the race for first. You know, we're still only in November, the tail end of November, but you're starting to see the separation, the top from the bottom of this Great Lakes division. And you're going back and forth. Who's it going to be that's going to come out on top this weekend is going to be a huge determining factor.
And leading the way for the MetroJets, wears number 20. It is the 19-year-old from Maribor, Slovenia, Luka Pivac. Pivac, 16 goals, 15 assists, 31 points on the season. He's been the thorn in the side of every team he has played so far this season.
Yeah, I mean, every time these two teams play, anytime Metro plays, you're looking at Luka Pivac. I mean, how about last week for him? 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points against Cincinnati. He's always all over the ice. Always got to keep an eye out for number 20.
Leading the team amongst defensemen on the scoring is the undisputed captain of the MetroJets, wears number 15. The 20-year-old of St. Clair Shores, Michigan, Jay Taylor. Taylor, 2 goals, 28 assists, 30 points on the season. Currently second now in the USPHL Premier amongst defensemen in scoring.
Yeah, I mean, a guy, he's quite a leader, Matt. I mean, a guy that from the back end has 12 multi-point games this season. I mean, he's everything you want in a number 1 defenseman and a captain.
Answering a call and goal this afternoon for the MetroJets, wears number 82. It is the 20-year-old from Zvolin, Slovakia, Jakub Obcheka. Obcheka, a record of 2 wins, 1 loss, no overtime losses, but 1 shootout loss. A 2.56 goals against average, a 9.05 save percentage. He will see the Toledo Cherokee for the second time in 2 weeks.
Yeah, and you know he's hoping for a better result than that game a couple of weeks ago. I mean, played an unbelievable game. I mean, stonewalling Toledo, and somehow Toledo clawed back into that one.
And the team he will face, it is the Toledo Cherokee from the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division. Play their home game of the team, Toledo Ice House in Toledo, Ohio. Leading scorer, leading the way, wears number 8 for the Cherokee. The 20-year-old Toledo native, Trevin Johnson, 21 goals, 17 assists, 38 points on the season.
Yeah, Trevin Johnson, again, every time we have these two teams, a guy that has really stepped up in a huge way for Toledo. He's tied for 9th in league scoring. I mean, he's just become such a dynamic player for Kenny Miller and the Cherokee.
Leading scorer amongst defensemen on the roster, wears number 14 for the Cherokee. The 20-year-old from Richfield, Wisconsin, Landon Edwards. Edwards, 3 goals, 14 assists, 17 points on the season.
Yeah, a guy defensively, he's a stalwart on the back end. He can pop with some offense. I mean, you look at it right now, 6 points on a 4-game point streak, 5 assists. He had that shootout winner a couple weeks ago. He's playing some very good hockey right now.
And answering the call and goal this afternoon, the Toledo Cherokee wears number 33. It is the dynamic 20-year-old from Trenton, Michigan, Daxton Lasiti. Lasiti, 7 wins, 2 losses, a 204 goals against average, a sparkling 933 save percentage. He's geared up for the big games and nothing bigger here at the USPHL Detroit Showcase.
Yeah, I mean, a guy who has answered the bell consistently this season for Kenny Miller. I mean, was absolutely peppered a couple of weeks ago in that Coney Cup game too. Well, both games really, but he has really come into his own this season.
Lasiti will answer the calling goal for the Cherokee. As for the rest of the starting lineup, starting on defense, the 20-year-old from Richfield, Wisconsin, the 14 of Landon Edwards, and alongside him, it's Daxton Lasiti's little brother, the 18-year-old from Trenton, Michigan, the 15 of Teague Lasiti. Starting at center, the 20-year-old from Rock Springs, Wisconsin, Wyoming, the 43 of Landon Wharton. On the left wing, the 20-year-old from Kettering, Ohio, the 24 of Hank Davis. And on the right wing, the 20-year-old from Andover, Minnesota, the 9 of Brendan Hammer. General manager, head coach of the Toledo Cherokee is Kenny Miller, his 13th season behind the bench for the Cherokee. For the Jets, as we mentioned in goal, the 82 of Jakub Abcheka. On defense, the 18-year-old from Macomb, Michigan, the 5 of Chase Martin. And alongside him, the 20-year-old of St. Clair Shores, Michigan, the 15 of Jake Taylor. Starting at center, the 19-year-old of Muskegon, Michigan, the 33 of Jackson Stone. On the left wing, the 19-year-old from Maribor, Slovenia, the 20 of Luka Pivets. And on the right wing, the 20-year-old from Lakeport, Michigan, the 14, Sutton Majeski. Head coach of the MetroJets is Jamie Lovell, his 10th season behind the bench. Assisted today by MetroJets elite head coach Danny Vanderweel. The MetroJets, as mentioned, one of the tri-hosts of the 2025 USPHL Detroit Showcase. They play their home games right here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. We're located 30 minutes northeast of Motown, Detroit, in Mount Clemens, Michigan. The Jets are the designated home team for this game, wearing the home blue uniforms, white and red trim. They'll be skating right to left on your television screen, or the Toledo Cherokee. Also from the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division, play their home games about an hour and 20 minutes south. And then west on Alexis Road at Team Toledo Ice House in Toledo, Ohio. They are the designated road team for this game, wearing the white uniforms, black shoulders, red and gray trim. They're skating left to right on your Black Bear TV dials. We get set to go. The 4th meeting of the season between these two clubs. The Toledo Cherokee are 2-1 against the Jets. The Jets counter 1-1-0-1. Lifetime. This is the 55th meeting in USPHL history between these two clubs. And this is the main event of day number 1 of the 2025 USPHL Detroit Showcase, and we're underway. Big dump there by Hammer, who wraps it around the boards. Collected there by Jakub Abcheka. Abcheka around the boards. Kept in by Landon Edwards. Edwards sends it across. Was blocked there by Jake Taylor. Taylor now to Luka Pivets. Pivets now to Sutton Majeski, and Pivets heads towards the net. Shot there, partially blocked there by Teague Lasiti. Collected by Majeski, wraps it around. Trying to bank it off the backside of Lasiti. Shot there, saved by Lasiti. We're going to say that a lot tonight there, Zeke Fravor.
Absolutely, and you know how many times, there's not many times you're going to see he gets beat.
That is for sure. Daxton Lasiti, just for reference, he has in 9 games, he has allowed 17 goals. That is it. That is less than 2 goals a game for Daxton Lasiti as Jakub Abcheka covers it. And let's meet Jakub Abcheka, the 20-year-old goaltender from Zvolen, Slovakia. Played for HK Skalika U20 program in his native country of Slovakia, as well as spending time with the HKM Zvolen U20 program in his native Slovakia, but combined 12 games, a 192 goals against average, a 915 save percentage, 3 shutouts last season. This is his first year in the United States.
Yeah, I mean, the way he's come in here and just got to his business, it seems like there's always a goaltender that just comes to town and does his business, does his job, and this year it's Jakub Abcheka.
Picked up by Ryan Glomboski over to A.J. Zaccani. Zaccani on that line with Ryan Glomboski and Aiden Sharon. Over to Henrik Fournier with a shot. Was blocked there by Cameron Krause. Jets about a full, healthy lineup as you can get here today for day number 1 of the USPHL Detroit Showcase. The scratches today, Corey Anderson and Jaden Provencher, as well as Philippe Hall. And interesting to note, the Jets have kind of stuck to a strict goaltender rotation. We'll get to that here in a second. Fournier off the boards, comes out over to Kleber with a shot, goes wide. Ethan Gray knocked on the puck there by Jake Blum. Picked up by Bobby Lees. Now lost it there to Evangelista. According to the rotation, it was Evan Peacock's turn today to start in the goal, but Jamie Lovell decided to go ahead, put up Cheka in goal today. We're going to see Peacock. We're going to see Philippe Hall throughout the course of the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things you want to set the tone. You want to get off on your best foot. And you know at this level, the top teams go with who the coach thinks is going to give them the best chance.
And for the MetroJets, it doesn't get any easier. Tomorrow afternoon, the MetroJets have a date with the Charlotte Rush. Tomorrow afternoon, the highlight game of day 2 of the USPHL Detroit Showcase. The Rush coming off a 6-2 victory over the Battle Creek Colonels earlier today.
Yeah, I mean, what a treat to watch Trevor Jewell bring his teams up north. But, I mean, every day there's a game you could say, you know what, that's the one that's circled. Obviously today is this one as Outman on a break here.
Outman backhand, too far for the 68 of Joel Patterson. And here comes Ian Ingersoll, feeds it across. Catalano off the pass there from Tony Venturini. And Buck comes back over to the other corner. Toledo Cherokee, by comparison, tomorrow, 8:30 a.m., bright and early tomorrow. That's on Sunday. You got to be here that early. Tomorrow afternoon, 4:30 p.m., Toledo Cherokee have a date with the Chicago Crush.
Yeah, I mean, a heavy dose of Chicago teams here this weekend for Toledo. You know they like their schedule this weekend, though. Gives them some challenges.
The MetroJets will play the Chicago Crush, ironically, for the first time ever on Monday this week. The final game of the USPHL Detroit Showcase, 2:30 face-off on Monday. In between the Rush and the Crush game, the MetroJets will play the Hershey Cubs Monday morning at 8:30 a.m., while the Toledo Cherokee, their doubleheader day is Sunday. They have the Chicago T-Rex at 8:30 a.m., and then come back the second game of the day against the Charlotte Rush.
Yeah, that's, that's what makes these tough, right? I mean, you always have your doubleheader day. Makes it even tougher when your first day of the game is at 8:30, and then you have to wait a little bit, and then you come back against the Charlotte Rush, but that's part of the challenges. I mean, that's why we do this. These teams love to come to these events to play the best competition.
And Aiden Hartz will head to the box. That'll put the Toledo Cherokee on the power play for the first time today. And the Cherokee are good. 31.3%, 21 power play goals, and 67 opportunities to man advantage. Good for 6th best in the USPHL Premier. While the MetroJets, 85% the penalty kill, 22nd best in the league, but they have scored 6 shorthanded goals. That is something to keep an eye on.
Always a dynamic power play for the Cherokee. Every year Kenny Miller employs he puts so much emphasis on it, right? And every year it pays off for him.
Actually, it was a bench minor, too many men on the ice for the MetroJets at the 3:56 marks. Jamie Lovell not going to be happy with that.
No, it's been a theme today. My first game, the Charlotte and MetroJets Elite game, Charlotte had 2 of those penalties, so that's been kind of a weird theme of the day.
Deflected, and Obcheka tracked that down and made the save.
Ethan Gray had such a big weekend for the Cherokee during that Coney Cup. I mean, but you look at his stats, he's a point-per-game player against Metro this year, a goal and 2 assists for 3 points in 3 games. He seems to step up when the competition gets stiffer.
Face-off won by the Jets, picked up by Jake Blum. Blum will send it down into the Cherokee zone. Picked up by Logan Klaber, the 20-year-old from North Royalton, Ohio. Former member of the Cleveland St. Edward Eagles, one of the most potent Ohio High School Athletic Association teams in the Buckeye State.
Know them very well, Matt. It's good to see Logan back on the ice. Hasn't played since, I believe it was Halloween night or November 1st, so it's been a few weeks for him. Certainly good to see him back in the lineup and healthy.
Of course, when you think about Ohio high school hockey, the first thing that comes to mind is the Cleveland St. Ignatius Wildcats. My goodness.
Yeah, I mean, what a program they have out there. I'm a little more partial to my alma mater, St. Francis,
right.
But yeah, you think of elite high school programs, you think of St. Ignatius first.
No doubt about it. Another program that's a great high school program here in the great state of Michigan, the Trenton Trojans. And a lot of former Trenton Trojans alumni on this Toledo Cherokee roster.
Yeah, that's a pipeline that Nick Sines likes to tap into year after year. Dangerous play there.
Yes, it was. Picked up by Nathan Sparks. Picked up by Tyler Fleming, who sends it down. Of course, Tyler Fleming's grandpa comes to every game, home and road, from Windsor, Ontario.
It's a nice little road trip.
He's here every game. He comes outside with Matt Naaman and I during our debrief sessions in between periods.
Those are the best.
Always, and I confess, all I know him as Grandpa Fleming. That's all I know him as. Icing the call. By the way, the Jets killed off that penalty. They're 1 for 1. Normally, it would be a take it to the mat, Michigan Athlete Training penalty kill, but this is the Detroit Showcase, so that doesn't apply.
It's always that fine writing.
Right. 10:49 to go here in the first period. No score. MetroJets, Toledo Cherokee. Shots 2-1, which is unusually low for these two teams.
Yeah, it seems like this year it's been more volume of shots in these games. You know, these two teams aren't trying to feel each other out today. They're trying to
know
rip
each other
right
well.
into it.
They know each other well. It's their 4th game of the season already. These two teams rebound. Big stop there by the paddle of the stick by Jakub Obcheka. That was a Rostislav Efremov type save there.
Right there for Kraus.
The backside of the paddle of the stick knocked it out of midair to keep this game 0-0.
Those are momentum shifters.
Puck goes down, icing the call, 10:14 to go. And Kenny Miller can't believe it. He's like, how did that happen? He's talking to Brandon Batens right now. How did he make that save? He wants to know.
I'm in disbelief as well. But
that was
holy cow. I mean, I feel like, you know what, we're going to throw a holy jumping in there. A little Darren Pang for you.
2-0 over next door. Columbus over to Chicago T-Rex. These are both the final games on the USPHL side of today. There is one more game tonight. And we're going to jump into some ACHA Division I college action tonight. Troy Oral Surgery pregame show at 6:30. Face-off at 7 p.m. with the Indiana Tech Warriors. And the Hope Flying Dutchman will go one-on-one.
Should be an exciting game, Matt. I mean, I'm going to stick around and catch some of that before I head about an hour and a half south of here, but should be an exciting, exhilarating game.
Teams rated 12th and 16th in the country will go head-to-head here later on tonight, which will be the final game of day one.
Heard there may be some familiar faces on both sides in that game.
Just a few. Fournier over to Majeski, who sends it wide. Fournier back to Joel Patterson. Patterson steps up, fires into the big paw of Daxton Lasiti, who hangs on. Let's meet Daxton Lasiti, the 20-year-old goaltender from Trenton, Michigan. Split time last year with Toledo before going over to the Mercer Chiefs last year. Combined 16 games played, a 167 goals against average, a 949 save percentage, 1 shutout for the former Bell Tire Hockey Club product. Lasiti has been dynamite, and somehow, just like with the MetroJets, somehow Kenny Miller finds himself just a stud between the pipes. And Daxton Lasiti is another example.
Year after year. I feel like we talk about it every time we're together on a broadcast, Matt, but the goaltending history between these two organizations is it's so impressive.
And he's going one-on-one with Jakub Obcheka, who's quickly showing why he's one of the best in the USPHL Premier. And what's funny, look over to our left, my right, your left. I guess that's right. My right. Philippe Paul is a healthy scratch today. He's got a 7-0 record with a 107 goals against average and a 944 save percentage. He's a healthy scratch today.
There's always one of those guys, right, with oh my goodness, I can't even speak. I'm so excited about this game. Organizations like this, there's always going to be somebody that's left out of the lineup that you're like, how? Why?
We promise you, you're going to see Philippe Paul this weekend. Same with Evan Peacock, who, by the way, thank you to Mom Kathy Peacock for the coffee. Thank you so much. You're going to see both today. You're going to see Toledo backup goaltender Michael Murphy later on this weekend.
Oh, for sure. I mean, he hasn't started a game in quite some time. You know, Kenny Miller's going to try and get all of his goalies at least some ice time here this weekend.
Too far for Sharon off the pass of Jake Taylor and icing the call. 8 minutes left here in period number one.
It's a hustle play there. I mean, Edwards had to give everything he had to confirm that icing.
And it's 3-0 now next door. Columbus over to Chicago T-Rex. Goals by Dennis Hornet, Giovanni Valentine, and Brian Savage. as Nate Wax in goal for the T-Rex, while Ian Brown for the Mavericks. You talk about a team that has really, really improved, and that is the Columbus Mavericks, who are currently tied right now with these Toledo Cherokee. They're currently leading. There's a penalty coming up. Interference on the 44, Zach Makoyan. And now put the Jets in the power play for the first time. 31.88%, fourth best in the entire USPHL Premier. 20 power play goals and 63 opportunities of man advantage. But Toledo not too shabby in the penalty kill. 92% has scored 8 shorthanded goals this season, so it's definitely something to keep an eye on.
So stingy year after year, Matt. I mean, it's like every year you look, you expect these two teams to be in the top 10 in special teams, and every year they always are.
Zach Makoyan, 2-minute minor for interference, has put the Jets on the power play. Normally a MetroJets Foundation power play, but nevertheless, even though it's not officially a MetroJets Foundation power play, every goal on home ice here at MCIA, a donation is made to a local hockey organization here in the Metro Detroit area. Pete Kamick said, no, I don't care if it's not a showcase game or not. We're still going to make the donation.
Great guy, Pete Kamick.
Yes,
Love talking
indeed.
to him every time I see him.
Peeves to Taylor, who was able to keep it in. Back to Peeves. Peeves with a shot, save, rebound. Oh, nice kick save by Teague Lasidi, who's trying to mirror his brother. Picked up by Taylor. Taylor now to Peeves. Peeves steps up, fires. Off the glove, Sharon with a rebound. Comes across. Couldn't pull the trigger. Back over to Peeves. Peeves on the face. Out there goes shots. Patted away. And Cameron Krause clears traffic in front of goaltender Daxton Lasidi.
Lots of movement side to side with those passes, trying to stretch Toledo thin to create a seam. Some good opportunities there for Metro on that rush.
Zaccani to Enric Fournier. Fournier pressure by Landon Wharton. Wharton, a former Red River Spartan, had it knocked away. Fournier now to Jake Blum. Blum now to Sutton Majeski. Majeski with a shot, looking for the deflection, as Gabe Outman was knocked into the goal post and knocks the net off the moorings.
Yeah, no change could be allowed for Toledo. Weimer came in, gave him just a little shot.
Good to see Jace Weimer back in the lineup, the all-time leader in penalty minutes in USPHL Premier history.
It's been a few games for Jace Weimer. Hasn't played, was suspended. But certainly good to see him back. You know, he's a guy that loves playing with an edge, very physical player. And it is certainly great to see him back.
Fournier able to shot up high, and Lasidi.
That was one of those get your head out of the way and glove it down for Dax Lasidi.
His 5th season, Jace Weimer, in the USPHL Premier. Started his career way back in the 2021-2022 season with the old Detroit Fighting Irish. Splitting time there with the Dells Ducks, spent 2 years in the Motor City Gamblers, and now his 2nd season and final year of junior eligibility with the Toledo Cherokees. Zaccani scores! A.J. Zaccani back from his upper body injury, and it's like he never left. Zaccani, the 19-year-old from Grosse Pointe, Michigan, his 7th goal of the season. The MetroJets strike first. They lead 1-0.
I mean, that is just such a great play from Zaccani, Matt. I mean, he comes in, has all the time in the world, can fire it right away, starts pulling that puck a little bit, fires it the opposite way, kind of a Connor Bedard-like release. It's 1-0 Metro.
A.J. Zaccani went down with an upper body injury back on September 27th, right here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. Missed about a month and a half, and Obcheka collision with Tony Venturini, and Obcheka's helmet come off. He went flying. The net went flying. And Obcheka voicing his displeasure at the referee at the moment. Don't believe there was any malicious intent there.
No, I mean, you would like to think not, right, Matt? I mean,
right.
Always give guys benefit of the doubt. Looked like it was just one of those bang-bang plays, and good to see Obcheka get up okay, roll right back into play.
A.J. Zaccani, his 7th of the season from Enric Fournier, and Gabe Outman at 11-12 has given the Jets a 1-0 lead for Zaccani.
Matt, that's his 4th goal against Toledo this season.
He scored 7, 4 of them against the Cherokee.
I mean, there's only so much you can say. I mean, he's another guy. There's a long list of guys you can say that step their game up in a rivalry game. A.J. Zaccani's just another one on a long list.
And we talked about it earlier in the season. A.J. Zaccani had the opportunity to go to Tier 2 in the NCDC and even had an offer in the NAHL. He wanted to stay home. He's down the road in Grosse Pointe, Michigan, wanted to stay home, wants to win a national championship with the MetroJets.
Yeah, I mean, what do they say? Home is where the heart is?
Indeed.
So, I mean, you get those opportunities. Sometimes it's just not the right opportunity for you, and it's better to stay where you're at. And it seems to be working out for him pretty good.
Charlie Nolet with a shot goes wide. One of the two newcomers on this Toledo Cherokee team. The other, Zach McCoyan. Here's Jackson Stone. Both McCoyan and Nolet playing their first game as a Toledo Cherokee. Caleb Simpson steps it up, fires, deflected, and go all the way through. Stone steps up, fires into the paraphernalia. Daxton Lasidi, who hangs on with 4:10 to go here in the first period.
Yeah, Kenny Miller is not happy with the way his team is playing right now. I mean, it's been quite a bit of Metro offense here in the latter stages of the first, and he's trying to get his guys to let's go, and just nothing. They're not reacting in the way he likes. We'll see if he throws his lines in a blender early here today.
And Toledo's coming off a couple of, shall we say, rough games, rough physically wise against the Bearcats Hockey Club last weekend.
I think that's a good word.
Toledo won in dominating fashion both games, but that wasn't really the story of both games, as you could probably expand on that a little bit later on. But, yeah, let's just say they were very physical games.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
And the MetroJets coming off after the 0-1-0-1 record against the Toledo Cherokee in the Coney Cup, which now that trophy sits at Team Toledo Ice House in Toledo, Ohio. The Jets responded with a big victory over the Cincinnati Cyclones last weekend.
It's a get-right game. Isn't that what they call those?
Yes, indeed. Picked up there by Cameron Klein. Klein feeds it up, was looking for Jamison Rose, icing the call. Now after this weekend, these two teams will see each other again 2 weeks from tomorrow, Saturday, December 6th, right back here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena, a 4:30 face-off. Only one other game for the Cherokee prior to that game, and they'll host the Fresh Coast Freeze on that Friday, December 5th. 7 o'clock face-off, while the MetroJets will see the Fresh Coast Freeze on December 3rd before hosting the Cherokee. And looking ahead, we will hear in a little bit to the USPHL Chicago Showcase. The schedule makers did no favors whatsoever to the Jets or Cherokee. We'll talk about that here in a little bit.
It's going to be interesting to see.
Isaac Bunk with a shot deflected as Sharon couldn't bring it to his forehand. 2:35 to go. Picked up by Bobby Lees. Lees now over to the 89. Ethan Gray kicks it in to the zone. Isaac Bunk will grab it. Former teammates, the old Motor City Gamblers, who ironically are now the Bearcats Hockey Club. They'll be here later this weekend. They come in tomorrow. They have a date with the Red River Spartans, and we're going to talk about that here in a second. But picked up there by Nolet. Trying to skate around Jake Taylor. Taylor knocks him to the boards, comes over to Evangelista. So the Bearcat Hockey Club will play the Red River Spartans tomorrow. Both are in the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division. What's ironic about that is the only meeting of the season between those two clubs, even though they're in the same division.
Yeah, I mean, it's so tough when you got a team as far down south as you do with Red River being in Clarksville that, even Toledo played them twice about a month or so ago. You guys played them a little before that, and that's it.
Yeah, Toledo, your Toledo Cherokee hosted the Spartans a couple weekends back, but Toledo does not have to make that trip to Clarksville, Tennessee. But, however, the MetroJets traveled to Clarksville, Tennessee last month. However, the only time the Red River Spartans are going to be at Mount Clemens Ice Arena is this weekend for the Detroit Showcase.
It's so interesting to see how the schedule gets made.
And to add to that, they don't even play the MetroJets. They play the MetroJets development program on Monday.
Same jersey, right?
Same jersey, yeah.
Same thing.
Which will be the first ever meeting between MJDP and Red River. Less than a minute remaining. But yeah, just find it just kind of an ironic twist of fate. The only game the Bearcats and the Spartans play in the regular season will be here at the Detroit Showcase. Bearcats don't go to Tennessee. Red River doesn't go to New York. Even though they're in the same division.
Got to be a long, tiring trip.
It is closer for the Red River Spartans to travel to Charlotte than it is to go to Buffalo.
Well, also, who wants to go to Buffalo this time of year?
Right.
Get that snow. Heads up over on the bench.
As a lucky fan from Sylvania, Ohio, just picked up a souvenir puck.
But you want to go back.
He threw it back. It has a MetroJets logo on it.
That was, it's like at Wrigley Field, right? Opposing team hits a home run, you just chuck it back.
Right. Face off to the left, the goaltender Daxton Lasidi. And the puck goes all the way back, right back down the Cherokee end. Icing negated, forces Chase Martin to play the puck. For Caleb Simpson, back to Martin. Martin up to Luka Pivets. Pivets assesses the situation, skates through center ice. Long-range shot was blocked, and now picked up by Kleber. Off the boards, Jackson Stone couldn't get a handle on it. Picked up by Hank Davis. And they dig for it in front of the Toledo bench. Caught it there by Brendan Hammer. Hammer sends it in. 12 seconds left. Picked up by Enric Fournier. Fournier, long pass, looking for Ryder Novak. And icing the call.
Now, both coaches, Matt, have voiced some level of displeasure with icing calls.
Yes, indeed.
That was an interesting wave-off.
Yes, it was.
I'll give Jamie Lovell credit here and Kenny Miller some credit. The Toledo one just a couple minutes ago was waved off. Jamie Lovell was confused. And now he's confused about this one. Kenny Miller confused because a player touched the puck. But, we'll just say they're just a little confused.
We'll go with that. Face off to the right of Jakub Upcheka. Won by Majeski. Simpson's just going to cover it, end the period, and that's going to do it. Shots on goal in the first period. Toledo with 8, MetroJets with 11. 1 goal. A.J. Zaccani, his 7th of the season from Enric Fournier and Gabe Outman at the 11-12 mark, is giving the Jets a 1-0 lead. Here as we go to the first half of the second period, as we've talked about all weekend long so far, and it is only day one. USPHL Detroit Showcase format a little bit different than a regular season game, though the games do count in the regular season standings. Instead of the standard 3 20-minute periods, it is 3 17-minute periods. And instead of a Zamboni coming on the ice to reserve us at the end of each period, we are 25 seconds away from through the minute break. The teams will switch sides, and when we start the second period, it'll be 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first half of the second period. Once that is over, the Zamboni then comes out, resurfaces the ice. We'll play the second half of the second period, and then come back and finish the third period. And that's generally how it works here at the USPHL Detroit Showcase.
Yeah, and it's always interesting to see teams. You know, you're used to playing 20 minutes, getting an ice cut. Now you're playing 17 plus 8.5. What's the math on that? 25.5 minutes. That ice gets pretty chewed up. So a little bit less trying to carry the puck through those mounds of snow, a little more dump and chase as you get to this juncture. But that's what makes these events so beautiful, Matt.
Indeed.
The first half of the second period when that snow starts building up.
Oh, yeah.
And you really got to be strong on your stick.
I mean, technically you're playing 25 minutes and 30 seconds on the same sheet of ice without a resurface.
Yeah, and you know how chewed up that ice gets at this
level.
level.
It's chewed up now, especially with these two teams. Second period underway. MetroJets based right here in Mount Clemens, Michigan. Representing the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division. They are the designated home team for this game. Wearing the blue uniforms, white and red trim. They're skating left to right on your television screen. Or the Toledo Cherokee, also from the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division, who call Toledo, Ohio home. They are the designated road team for this game, wearing the white uniforms, black shoulders, red and gray trim. They're skating right to left on your Black Bear TV dial. I have a question for you since you were on Rink 2 earlier today. It is my understanding our director of our broadcast technician, Stu Forbes, who is here this weekend. We'll talk about Stu here in a little bit, the former voice of the MetroJets. it's my understanding you can hear the broadcast of Rink 1 in the lobby here at the rink. Does that now with Rink 2's broadcast setup, can you hear Rink 1 while you're calling Rink 2?
You can. I have pretty selective hearing, so I can tune it out pretty easily.
Okay.
So if you stay locked in on your game, it's pretty simple.
Okay.
I did hear your goal calls, and I try and hear a little bit of who is scoring, and you know I usually know who's who on the teams.
I got
No, it's cool. You know, you can hear your game. You can kind of tell where your game is at on Rink 1 as opposed to my game on Rink 2. It's a cool setup.
Well, for those tuning in or listening in the lobby, we certainly appreciate you being a part of the 2025 USPHL Detroit Showcase game number 1, or day number 1, game number 3. My name is Matt Preer, the voice of the MetroJets Hockey Club, alongside the voice of the Toledo Cherokee, Zeke Fravor. What's become a great tradition with the Jets Cherokee broadcast, you and I up here in the flight deck. Certainly appreciate it. Got to experience Team Toledo Ice House for the first time a couple weekends ago.
Cold Team Toledo Ice House.
Yes, indeed. I froze, boy. I'm going to have to bring my I-500 gear next time. Holy cow. Shot there off the side angle, shot by Jackson Stone. Lasiti makes the save. Puck comes out across, and Lasiti wisely covers up. 6:50 to go in the first half of the second period. Next door. Uh-oh. Oh, we went to the wrong game. Gosh darn it. Where is it? Columbus Mavericks, Chicago T-Rex ongoing next door. And we'll get that game. We'll find that game here in a second. There it is. 3-0 at the end of the first half over there. Nolet over to Johnson. Johnson tried to feed it back to Nolet, who was tied up by Tyler Fleming, and a penalty coming. Tyler Fleming, 2-minute minor for hooking. And that will put the Toledo Cherokee back in the power play for the second time. They are 0 for 1. Grandpa Fleming not going to be happy with that penalty.
Sure Tyler's going to hear about it.
Indeed. Coming up after this game, some ACHA Division I college hockey special presentation as part of the 2025 USPHL Detroit Showcase. It'll be the Indiana Tech Warriors, the Hope Flying Dutchmen. Should be a great matchup. Troy Oral Surgery pregame show at 6:30. Face off at 7 o'clock tonight here at MCIA. As Upcheka knocks that away. Picked up by Cameron Krause. Krause. Another shot there. Nolet into the paraphernalia of Jakub Upcheka. With 6:12 to go in the first half of the second period.
I'll tell you what, Matt. Charlie Nolet has been very noticeable in his first little bit over a period, I guess, if you consider where we're at this juncture of a normal game. Been very noticeable. He's small. He's a little smaller. He's shifty. He's got some speed. That release there was like Austin Matthews' snap.
Was in the midst of his second season with the Markham Royals in the OJAHL, the Ontario Junior Hockey League, before coming back home to Toledo, the Toledo native, former Bell Tire product, tied for second 2 years ago for the Bell Tire U18 AAA program.
Yeah, he's a guy that I reffed a few times growing up, and he's always been a good hockey player. It's cool to see him come home. He wanted to come home and play for his hometown team, so certainly cool to see that.
Well, I said along the line, right in front, scored. On the power play, Ethan Gray with a perfect setup. And this game is tied as Hank Davis, the 20-year-old from Kettering, Ohio, has tied this game with his 11th goal of the season. And Toledo has tied this game at 1 apiece.
The patience from Ethan Gray there, getting Upcheka to commit just a little bit the other way, sliding back the same way from that he came, finding Davis open on the doorstep, that quick release. Nothing Upcheka can do there.
1-1 tie, and that came on the power play. Picked up by the Jets. Chase Martin out to Caleb Simpson. Simpson with a shot into the glove of Daxton Lasiti, who hangs on with 5:27 to go here in the first half of the second period.
This is what you expect in a game like this, right, Matt? Back and forth shots both ways, power play goals, block shots. I mean, this is Great Lakes Division hockey. This is Toledo Cherokee and MetroJets hockey.
Hank Davis, his 11th goal of the season on the assist from Cameron Krause and Ethan Gray at 2:50 of the second period to pull the Cherokee to a 1-1 tie And here comes Davis around Simpson. Shot save. Rebound goes wide. And Upcheka got crashed into again. That's the second time this game. And here comes the Jets one more time. Over to Coulter. Coulter couldn't get the shot off. Gets it back, knocked on the puck there by Brendan Hammer. Hammer kept in by Evangelista. Sandro Evangelista dumps the puck in. Picked up by Kleber. Kleber get it up now, knocked away by Evangelista, who kicks it over for Gomboski. It was taken away there by Catalino, picked his pocket. Gomboski sends it right back in. Lasidi will play it. Cameron Klein is right there. Wraps it around the boards. Almost kept in by Gabe Outman. Jake Taylor grabs it. Taylor waiting for Sharon to get onside. Right into the glove of Lasidi. Picked up there by Kleber. Gomboski blocked that. Cameron Klein wraps it around. Back for Kleber. Not out. Kept in by Tyler Fleming. Now brought out by the 20 of Aaron Wilson. Wilson trying to feed it to Venturini. And deflected into the Toledo bench and out of play.
That was a scrambly couple of minutes there. I mean, Hank Davis.
And Jamie Lovell is perturbed about something.
Yeah, we'll say that word.
When you can hear Jamie from across the ice, you know he is disgruntled.
Certainly doesn't hide his emotions, Matt.
No. Sharon and Wilson, and Sharon wins the draw back over to Tyler Fleming. Fleming now to Jake Taylor. Taylor to Ryan Gomboski. Gomboski off the boards to Gabe Outman. Sharon heading towards the net. Trying to feed it over to Fleming. Fleming just dumps it back over to the corner. Gabe Outman steps up in front of Jace Weimer. Knocks him to the boards. And picked up there by Venturini. The 18-year-old from Allen Park, Michigan. Had it knocked away from Jake Taylor. Here comes Gomboski the other way. Gomboski. Pressure there by Jace Weimer. Off angle shot saved by Lasidi. Lasidi plays the angle so well. As Venturini. Not out, kept in by Jake Taylor. Taylor with a shot deflected right into the logo by Aiden Sharon, who's knocked to the ice. Sharon gets right back up. Picked up there by the 19 of Ian Ingersoll. Ingersoll now. Send it up to the 16 of Alex Catalano. Save made by Upcheka. Taylor to Pivets. Hopped over his stick. Bobby Lees will grab it. Lees to Gray. Knocked away by Jake Blum. Blum sends it right back in. Teague Lasidi grabs it. Teague Lasidi, who had to save himself this game. And that was offsides.
Just a little bit.
In the words of Bob Uecker, just a bit outside.
This game has certainly opened up in the last 2 minutes or so, 3 minutes.
Feel the tension. It's usually you can anyways, the MetroJets Toledo Cherokee game. And with this being the USPHL Detroit Showcase, it's just you can physically feel the tension. I can feel it in my chest. And thankfully,
get that checked out.
Thankfully, I'm 15 minutes from home. I can go get my heart pills real quick. But
yeah, I mean, usually you don't see the coaches yelling this early.
No. Jackson Stone send it back up. Pivas, nice defensive play by Teague Lasidi. Over to Bobby Lees. Lees waiting for reinforcements. Soft pass into the corner for Landon Edwards. Pressure by Jackson Stone. 2:05 to go here in the first half of the second period. As Cameron Krause was expecting Lees to be onside. Picks up by Chase Martin off the pass from Upcheka. Deflected in by Majeski. Lasidi's got to play it. Kleber wraps it around the boards. Kept in by Henrik Fournier. Nice hustle off the bench. Fournier with a shot. Deflected. Scores! That play was all set up by Henrik Fournier, who had the presence of mind to come off the bench, keep it onside. Perfect deflection by Sutton Majeski. And Majeski, the 20-year-old from Lakeport, Michigan, his 8th goal of the season. The Jets lead 2-1.
Yeah, first point versus Toledo this season, Matt. He's a guy that you always got to keep in check. He's a gritty type of player. And he rewards Jamie Lovell for his trust. We're breaking the Dr. Pepper Zero out already, huh?
Fine, you can have it. I got my Mr. Pibb Zero, baby. You want it? You go ahead, Matt. Yeah, absolutely. 2-1 the score. Sutton Majeski picks up the goal. His 8th of the season from Henrik Fournier and Gianluca Varelli. At 6:45 to give the Jets a 2-1 lead. But Zeke, you and I both know, no lead is safe when it comes to Jets and Cherokee.
No, I mean, we saw it a couple weeks ago in the Coney Cup. What was the score, Matt? 3-0 Metro?
Yes,
and
indeed.
Toledo climbed right back into it. They're never out of a game. Lots of hockey left here in this one.
Trevin Johnson, save, rebound, and a save off the backside of Upcheka, who reached around with his glove between his legs and made the save.
You left a part out there, Matt.
Yeah.
Full splits.
Yes, indeed.
That hurts me.
Oh, I'm too old to do that.
So am I.
Oh, I don't want to hear you. I'm too old.
I couldn't even do that when I was in my prime, and I'm way past my prime.
Oh, there's no way I could either. Less than a minute to go. What a save by Jakub Upcheka. That's the third just unbelievable stop of this game by Jakub Upcheka.
That's what you get from a guy like him.
Gabe Altman pressured there. Along with Ethan Gray. Picked up by Hank Davis. Davis couldn't get it out. Kept him by Jake Blum. Gabe Altman's there. Kicks it over to Owen Coulter. Coulter bows there with Jace Weimer. Comes across. Big hit on Evangelista. Blum with a shot into the glove of Lasiti with 22.5 seconds left here in the first half of the second period.
These boys certainly put their big game pants on. I mean, just the amount of crashing and banging that we're hearing in this game is, I don't want to say it's unusual for a game like this, but it seems like it's a little more than we're used to in games like this.
Things are multiplied. You're playing 9 less minutes, and this counts in the regular season. But you're playing 9 less minutes, so everything is amplified in a showcase game. Sharon trying to feed it across. There is lumber everywhere. How many broken sticks are out there? My goodness.
That's a lot of them.
Yes, indeed. A lot of debris as a horn sounds to end the first half of the second period. Shots on goal in the first half of the second period. Toledo was 6. First half total of 14. MetroJets was 7. First half total of 18. Hank Davis and Sutton Majeski trade goals. It's 2-1 at the end of the first half of the second period. And we're going to take a short little break there. Zeke Fravor, called you Taylor. Zeke Fravor, we're going to take a short little break, about 7-8 minutes or so. Come back for first half recap, start of the second half. MetroJets 2, Toledo Cherokee 1. You're watching day one of the 2025 USPHL Detroit Showcase live exclusively on Black Bear TV. And welcome back to Mount Clemens Ice Arena. We're located approximately 30 minutes northeast of Motown, Detroit, in Mount Clemens, Michigan. Day number 1 of the 2025 United States Premier Hockey League Detroit Showcase. Game number 3 here in the primary Jets rink. And it is the main event of the evening. The score at the end of the first half, the MetroJets 2, the Toledo Cherokee 1. My name is Matt Preer, the voice of the MetroJets Hockey Club up high in the flight deck. Alongside the voice of the Toledo Cherokee, Zeke Fravor. And Zeke, one of the rare in-divisional games of a showcase. Of course, it's become a tradition here at the USPHL Detroit Showcase. Of course, anytime the MetroJets Toledo Cherokee get together, it's always special. It just seems to be a lot more amplified here at the Detroit Showcase.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. You get 9 less minutes of hockey, so you get 9 less minutes of making things happen. So everything is more amplified at an event like this. And, obviously these two teams love it. It brings people out when these two teams are together, and always a treat.
Shots on goal at the end of the first half of the second period. Toledo Cherokee was 6. First half total of 14. MetroJets was 7. First half total of 18. And the scoring started in the first period. A.J. Zaccani for the Jets. His 7th goal of the season from Henrik Fournier and Gabe Altman. That came at the 11-12 mark to give the Jets a 1-0 lead heading into the first half of the second period. And then just 2:50 into the second period, Toledo tied it on the Hank Davis power play goal. His 11th goal of the season from Cameron Krause and Ethan Gray at 2:50. It made it a 1-1 tie. But then Sutton Majeski, his 8th goal of the season. This play was set up by Henrik Fournier coming off the bench on a line change and the presence in mind to keep the puck in the zone. And with a shot pass to Majeski, who fluttered it past Daxton Lasiti to give the Jets a 2-1 lead. Majeski is 8th from Henrik Fournier, his 2nd assist of the day. And Gianluca Varelli, that came at 6:45 to give the Jets a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, every so often you'll see a clean shot a la A.J. Zaccani's goal that beats Dax Lasiti, but other times it's net front scrambles, it's fluttering shots that throw him off just enough to beat him. But, it's what you expect in a game like this. You're going to throw everything at the goaltenders, and it's what makes these games that much more special.
Tomorrow, day 2 of the 2025 USPHL Detroit Showcase, the MetroJets, one of the tri-hosts here of the showcase, have a date with the Charlotte Rush tomorrow afternoon. 12:30 face-off right here in the Jets rink. They have Sunday off, then come back on Monday, November 24th. It's their doubleheader day. The Jets will face off against the Hershey Cubs bright and early, 8:30 a.m., before wrapping up the entire Detroit Showcase that afternoon at 2:30 p.m. against the Chicago Crush. Meantime, the Toledo Cherokee, they'll play again tomorrow against said Chicago Crush. 4:30 p.m. face-off right here on the primary Jets rink. You'll have to call that game. And then Sunday, November 23rd, while the Jets are enjoying the day off, it'll be Toledo's doubleheader day. Bright and early, 8:30 a.m., Toledo Cherokee, Chicago T-Rex right here in the primary rink. And then they come back for the second game of the day, 4:30 p.m., Toledo Cherokee, Charlotte Rush.
Yeah, it's your last game. You know you got to get up and get going for it when you got Charlotte. You always do, and you just got to wait till the end to see. That might be the game of Sunday.
Oh, it's the headlining game of Sunday, no question about it. Headlining game of tomorrow, MetroJets Charlotte Rush. This is the headlining game of day 1. Second period, half of the second period underway. MetroJets, of course, play their home games right here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. One of the tri-hosts of the USPHL Detroit Showcase. They are the designated home team for this game. Wearing the blue uniforms, white and red trim. They're skating left to right on your television screen with the Toledo Cherokee from Toledo, Ohio. Also representing the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division, they are the designated road team for this game. Wearing the white uniforms, black shoulders, red and gray trim. They're skating right to left on your Black Bear TV dial. And funny enough, tomorrow at 4:30 p.m., the Toledo Cherokee will be the home team here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena.
It's going to be a different feel for them.
Well, it was like last year's Detroit Showcase. The game between these two clubs, Toledo was actually the designated home team for that game.
I forgot about that, yes.
So it was weird to see Toledo on the Metro bench and Metro on the visitors bench. It was weird. It always is here at the Showcase because Both games for the Jets on Monday, they are the road team against Hershey in the morning and then Chicago Crush at night.
Get used to it, Matt.
Oh, yeah. Nice play by Majeski to knock it into the Cherokee zone. Coming up after this game, some ACHA Division I college hockey, as it'll be the Indiana Tech Warriors and the Hope Flying Dutchmen. Troy Oral Surgery pregame show at 6:30, face off at 7 o'clock. Yours truly, Matt Naiman, on the call of that game. Looking forward to it. It's a little college hockey. Of course, Mount Clemens Ice Arena, home of the Rochester Christian Warriors, ACHA Division I program, who recently moved here to Mount Clemens before the start of this season.
Tell ya, give me all the college hockey you can give me.
College hockey.
Love some college hockey.
Yes, indeed. We need John Buchagras here for that. You know, and it was I always refer back when thinking about college hockey. I revert back to last year, University of Nevada, Las Vegas, who eventually went on to win the Division I national championship in the ACHA. The big upset of the 2024 NCAA Division I national champion, Denver University. I still refer back to that. And I tell people about that. They look at me like I have three heads. I'm like, yeah, ACHA is legit.
It's good hockey.
And UNLV defeated, at the time, the defending NCAA champions. Zaccani with a shot, was blocked there by Cameron Klein. Kept in by Isaac Bunk. Feeds it over to Ryan Glomboski, who lost it in the skates. But yeah, it was what a great win. What a great shot in the arm for the ACHA Division I program.
Yeah, it just goes to show you how great and how much parity there is in hockey.
For sure. Anyone can beat anyone on any given day. Lies goes down, and another collision into Jakub Babcheka. But the Toledo Cherokee are going to go on the power play, as Gabe Altman will head to the box.
I think that's one of those penalties, Matt, that you can't be mad at. I mean, you got a guy heading to the net with a lot of speed. You take the penalty over the goal 10 times out of 10.
Indeed.
Leave it to your penalty killers to kill that off.
.552 to go. Here in the second period. There's a shot there, save made by Babcheka through a screen, and the rebound comes across. Went through the goal mouth, come back to Trevin Johnson. Toledo's one goal has come on the power play. Picked up by Landon Edwards, over to 71 Cameron Krause. Now back to Edwards. Edwards with a shot into the paraphernalia of Jakub Babcheka with 5:26 to go here in period number 2.
Some good puck movement there for Toledo. I mean, you see Charlie Nolette is all over the ice on this power play. I mean, it speaks to how good of a hockey player he is, that he's only been with the team this week and he's already on this top power play unit for Kenny Miller. Haven't seen a whole lot of the second new player on the Toledo Cherokee roster, Zach Makowian, the 20-year-old from Middleton, Wisconsin, started the year with the Sioux Eagles, Northern Ontario Junior Hockey League, the Canadian equivalent of the USPHL. Right in front, shorthanded opportunities by Majeski and then Stone. I'm still lobbying Zeke Fravor for a preseason game between a preseason home and home with the MetroJets and the Sioux Eagles. I'm lobbying for it. Been lobbying for 5 years now. Sign me up. Any hockey like that, sign me up.
The Sioux Eagles, a lone American team in the Northern Ontario Junior Hockey League, based there in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. Play their home games at the famed Polar Stadium there in downtown Sault Ste. Marie, just outside of downtown.
Beautiful area up there. I was up there for a tournament many years ago.
Sharon trying to fight off Ingersoll. Got a shot off, but it went wide. Zaccani bows there with Kleber. Jets doing a good job on his penalty kill, not giving the Cherokee much of an opportunity at all with a man advantage. Wharton knocked to the boards by Enric Fournier. Picked up there, Kleber knocked to the ice. Comes back to Enric Fournier, and Fournier will send it down. Enric Fournier's had a good game today. 2 assists already.
Yeah, he's just been all over the place. I mean, offensively, you said he's chipped in with a couple of assists. Defensively, He's been rock solid.
Both teams back to full strength. 2-1 to score. The Jets 2 for 3 in the penalty kill. Chase Martin off the boards, trying to feed it to us up here at the flight deck. Quick story on Chase Martin. He said one of these times he wants to send a shot up here. Delayed penalty coming to Toledo. He wants to send a shot up here to the flight deck, see if we'll catch it.
We had that opportunity last year, Matt.
Yeah,
Remember
indeed.
that?
Yep.
Almost got smoked.
Yeah. Well, this right here came from earlier this season. High sticking call on Brendan Hammer, who's voicing his displeasure.
He just told him, stick around for that game after this.
His exact words were, "Gosh darn it, that's horsepucky." That was his exact words.
That's what I heard.
That's what I heard too. Gosh darn it all to heck, that was horsepucky.
It's like that gif of Bruce Boudreau saying a choice word, and then they just put the words "darn it" or "dang it" over it.
Yeah, darn it. The Jets are 0 for 1 in the power play. Back over to Jake Taylor. Taylor to Jackson Stone with a shot just wide. Peavits couldn't keep it in. 3 minutes to go here in the second period.
What's Sarah doing in there? Practicing her moves?
Yes. Yes, she is.
I guess there's never a bad time to practice, right?
Did we tell Aaron Poling to text the group text for the player of the game?
I did.
Okay, good.
We'll see if he remembers.
It's 4-0 over next door between the Mavericks and T-Rex, third period. Jets in the midst of their second power play. Peavits with a shot deflected. Majeski misfired. Majeski's got the go-ahead goal for now, and the puck was sent in by Bobby Lees. Puck comes across, back to Peavits. Jets trying to catch Cherokee on the line change. Peavits with a shot was deflected over into the corner and knocked all the way down into the Jets zone. Upcheka will play it. Leaves it for Luka Peavits. Off the boards to Sutton Majeski. 45 seconds left in the power play. As mentioned, the Jets 0 for 1 with a man advantage. Picked up by Ian Ingersoll. Ingersoll knocked away by Zaccani. And that was called a hand pass. Ian Ingersoll, the 20-year-old from Potsdam, New York, spent the last 2 years with the Red River Spartans before coming to the Cherokee for his final year of junior hockey eligibility.
He's been a great pickup for Toledo. I mean, that's kind of the expectation, right? You're going to attract top guys from other teams. You're going to fill in. You're just going to reload. And it's kind of what Tristan Jensen's trying to do with Battle Creek is kind of get that same mentality. But, no, the expectation at these two programs, these two organizations is you just reload. However, whatever it takes.
Ingersoll and teammate Landon Wharton, their former team, the Red River Spartans, coming to town tomorrow night. 8:30 face-off against the Bearcat Hockey Club. Bonk with a shot, saved by Lasidi. Comes back to Zaccani. Zaccani off the board to Sharon. Hops over his stick. Both teams back to full strength. So Toledo now 2 for 2 in a penalty kill. There's an errant stick on the ice. And it was Teague Lasidi's stick. And Daxton Lasidi kind of lost his balance there a little bit. He gathers himself back up. Less than a minute remaining here in the second. Zaccani through a screen, through 4 different guys, got the shot off. And Lasidi in a collision with Zaccani. So that's goaltender collisions. Upcheka 3. Lasidi 2.
That's a lot of goalie collisions for one game, Matt. But that just goes to show you, what do the coaches tell you? You crash the net, right?
Right.
And in a game like this, you know the official's going to give you a little bit of leeway. They know how these two teams play, especially in games like this. And they've all been inadvertent. They haven't been intentional. That's why I haven't seen any, in your terms, brouhahas yet tonight.
Haven't seen anyone here today at all here in day one.
That's the way we like it.
Yes.
Good, clean hockey.
Good, clean hockey. Evangelista brings it in. Tried to sidestep Hammer, but Hammer had no part of that. Hit the referee right in the neck. As Upcheka makes a save, sticked away. Another opportunity. Hops over to stick a Hammer. Here comes Chase Martin. Martin sends it across to Evangelista. Side backhand pass to Ryder Novak. Novak trying to feed it out, but it was knocked away. Novak trying to wrap it around. It comes back to Chase Martin to the point. Martin with a shot deflected wide. 5 seconds left. Knocked away. Taylor couldn't keep it in, and that's going to do it for the end of the second period. Shots on goal in the second period. Toledo with 8, 2-period total of 16. MetroJets with 12, 2-period total of 23. The Hank Davis and Sutton Majeski goals stand. It's 2-1 and a 2.
Yeah, you're going to get to see the real chess match now. I mean, there's only 17 minutes of hockey left. You get your 1 minute to really game plan, but this is where the real battle of the minds really comes through. Again, we've mentioned it how many times. You get 3 less minutes in this period to make something happen. I mean, Jakub Upcheka is, how many game-changing saves has he made here
3 in the first period alone.
I mean, this could be a completely different game if he doesn't make those saves. And if you're Kenny Miller, how do you combat that?
We're going to find out in 17 minutes. Next door on Rink 2, Columbus Mavericks up 4-0 over the Chicago T-Rex. 10:27 and counting remaining in the third period. So the Dinosaurs against the Airplanes. Here we've got Indians against Airplanes. Right?
Yeah.
Technically, I'm right.
You are correct.
Right.
Not at all what I was expecting.
First game tomorrow, it'll be the Animals against the Weather Pattern. Chicago Cougars, Fresh Coast Freeze. Bright and early, 8:30 a.m. right here in the primary rink. Aaron Poling drew the short straw. He's got to get up early in the morning.
Yeah, well, I'll be absolutely on the road by that time, bare minimum.
I will be at 8:30. I will be getting up and drinking a cup of coffee.
Black.
That's right. That's right. Just like my soul, right?
Yeah, I will be up. Let's see. Yeah, I don't even know what time. I don't want to think about what time I have to be up the next 2-3 days, depending if
you drew the short straw Sunday and Monday.
Yeah, it's, I got to figure out if I'm going to stay the night. I got to make something happen quick if I do that, but that's some very early days.
Well, I drew the short straw on Monday. Well, technically, tomorrow's 10:30, but I drew the short straw on Monday, 8:30 a.m. Whoever that schedule maker is, geez.
Yeah, they need to fire that guy.
No kidding. Third period underway. MetroJets from the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division play their home games right here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. We're located about 30 minutes northeast of Motown, Detroit, in Mount Clemens, Michigan. They are the designated home team for this game as one of the tri-hosts of the 2025 USPHL Detroit Showcase, wearing the home blue uniforms, white and red trim. They're skating right to left on your television screen. Or the Toledo Cherokee, also from the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division. Play their home games down at Team Toledo Ice House, just across the state line in Toledo, Ohio. They're wearing the road whites as the designated road team with the black shoulders, red and gray trim. They're skating left to right on your Black Bear TV dial, whether it's your Android, your iPhone, your iPad, your laptop, your big screen TV, or tuning in the lobby this weekend. Wherever you may be, we can't thank you enough for tuning in to the 2025 USPHL Detroit Showcase, live exclusively on Black Bear TV. I'm Matt Preer, the voice of the MetroJets Hockey Club, alongside Zeke Fravor, the voice of the Toledo Cherokee, and what has become a tradition here on the flight deck. When Toledo and Metro get together, both of us on the call.
Always a pleasure. I tell you, I do like my view in Toledo. But being up a little higher it's nice. Nice to see the game from a different angle.
A big thank you to all the MetroJets Hockey Club staff and management, the volunteers that helped make the 2025 USPHL Detroit Showcase possible. I mean, it takes a lot of people to make all this happen. We got 2 games going on at the same time. Double the staff, double pretty much everything. And the Mount Clemens Ice Arena staff, Nick Poliski, Sarah Vassar, Cindy Praski, the entire gang. They do such a wonderful job. They are such gracious hosts for us, and we can't thank them enough.
Yeah, walked in this morning, freshly cleaned floor. I mean, they had just mopped it.
Oh, yeah, Rita does a great job. I mean, my goodness. Rita's here 25 hours a day cleaning. That's all she does. She does a great job. And we certainly, like I said, we can't do this without the entire management staff, the volunteers that make this entire showcase happen. I mean, it's a lot of work to put on a showcase like this. Like I said, double the staff, double everything for 4 straight days. And you're wide open from morning to night.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many people coming through the doors.
Oh, yeah. From all over the country,
yes.
all over the world, really.
I mean, it really does take a village. And just, you know, I've been to quite a few showcases. I still think this is the best run showcase in the USPHL.
Certainly appreciate that. I got $20 for you here.
He did not pay me to say that. That is my own personal opinion.
Right. Icing a call, 14-12 to go here in the third period. Of course, looking ahead to other showcases, we are looking forward to the 2025 USPHL Chicago Showcase. Can't thank Pete and Amanda Olson, the entire management and staff of the Chicago Crush, Chicago Cougars, and Chicago T-Rex, the triple host, if you will, of the Chicago. And speaking of the Chicago Showcase, the schedule makers did no favors to the MetroJets whatsoever. The Jets will play the Minnesota Squatch, the Minnesota Blue Ox, the Wisconsin Rapids River Kings, and the Chicago Crush.
It's quite the draw.
Toledo will play the Chicago Cougars, Minnesota Blue Ox, Chicago Crush, and the MetroJets Development Program. Offside the call. And then both teams, after a couple home games, will head to the 2026 USPHL Tampa Showcase. And again, Jets, no favors whatsoever from the schedule makers. They'll start with the Florida Eels.
The Fleals, baby.
The Coral Springs Junior Cats, Tampa Bay Juniors, and the Carolina Junior Hurricanes. While the Toledo Cherokee will face the Minnesota Squatch, ironically enough, in Tampa. The Carolina Junior Hurricanes, the Coral Springs Junior Cats, and how about the last one against the Northern Cyclones?
Those are the ones you get really excited to see. Woo. Really excited to see.
It's gonna be fun showcases coming up. In the midst of all that, you got divisional games. Right smack in the middle of the season. Picked up by Hammer. Hammer now to Davis with a shot. Was blocked. Knocked away there.
Heads up play by Novak to just poke that away from Davis, going for that second attempt.
By the end of this weekend, both the Jets and Toledo will be a game or two away from the halfway point of the 2025-2026 season. The Red River Spartans will pass the halfway point of their season. And that's another thing about the Red River Spartans. December 21st is their last home game of the season. They will end the year on the road throughout the month of January and February.
A lot of wear and tear, a lot of miles on the body for sure there.
Well, as we say, Cheka makes a save. That's nothing like what the Chicago Crush and Cougars went through last year. Played the entire year on the road. The Chicago Crush Elite, despite no home games, went to the USPHL National Championships. That's, you talk about.
Means there's no excuses.
Phil Bushbacher should have been, if there was an award, he should have won the Coach of the Year.
Yeah, I mean, keeping the guys locked in, no home games is.
Oh.
No games at the friendly confines is, there's no words to describe that. It's tough.
And now the Summit Ice Center is complete there in Lockport, Illinois. Looking forward to heading over there next month for the 2025 USPHL Chicago Showcase. Excited about the return of the Chicago Showcase as well.
Yeah, never been there. I mean, I've watched quite a few of the Showcase games over the years in Chicago, and it certainly looks like it's going to be a great time.
Puck coming across to Claver. Claver with a shot was blocked. Bouncing puck goes wide. So a partial block there as Jamison Rose wraps over in the corner. Isaac Bunk. Another shot there. A save made. Padded wise by Upcheka. Patterson knocks it up to Aiden Hartzell. Haven't called Hartzell's name much today. Zaccani brings it in. A.J. Zaccani looking for Hartzell. Went through his skates, and here come the Cherokee the other way. Cameron Krause brings it in. Shot goes wide. Kept in. Shot there blocked by Jackson Stone. Her shot off the glove of Upcheka. Jake Taylor pressured there by the 71 of Cameron Krause. Those two have seen a lot of each other over the years. With Cameron Krause, former Chicago Cougar. Jake Taylor, former MJDP. They both kind of went together into the Great Lakes Division after spending time in the Midwest. Luka Pivets off the backside of Nolet. Picked up there by the 14 of Landon Edwards, another former Chicago Cougar. Picked up and knocked away with Trevin Johnson. Penalty coming. And if that's a penalty, if you're going to take a penalty, that's a good one to take.
Yeah, I mean, Trevin Johnson, that's another one of those penalties that we talked about, right? As you see, Trevin Johnson is lobbying for a penalty shot, but you and I both know the criteria for that. I mean, he wasn't clearing away, but that's one of those penalties that you take that penalty over that breakaway 10 times out of 10. So there's 2 out of the 10, Matt.
Yes, indeed.
Hopefully there's not 8 more if you're Metro like that, but another opportunity here for the Cherokee on the man advantage.
Toledo's only goal came in the power play. They're 1 for 3. Working on power play number 4. 2-minute mark for holding on Tyler Fleming, and Grandpa Fleming is again not going to be happy.
Kind of unusual, Matt, to see Metro with 4 penalties in a game like this. Usually the roles are reversed.
Indeed. Chase Martin right in on Lasiti. It's been a defensive struggle in this third period. Toledo actually out shooting the Jets 4-1, make it 4-2. Hank Davis with a shot saved by Upcheka, and Chase Martin clears it. Lasiti comes out to play it. Leaves it for Ian Ingersoll. Ingersoll will bring it out. Steps into the Jet zone off the backside of Chase Martin. Jackson Stone couldn't clear it. Picked up by Cameron Krause. Krause looking for Hammer. Johnson with a shot goes wide. And Gabe Outman. He'll send it across over to Jackson Stone. Knocked away by Johnson. Johnson pressured by Martin. Both teams in the midst of a line change. Johnson now over to Krause. Krause now sends it across. Looking for Ethan Gray. Knocked away by Majewski, who lost a stick. And out comes Jackson Stone. He'll go one-on-one with Landon Edwards. Surrounded by a quartet of Cherokee. Send it across, just wide. Now Nolet will pick it up. Back over to Krause. Krause been out for a little while in this power play. Over Landon Edwards, the shot goes wide. And then Rick Fournier will wrap it down into the Cherokee zone. Lasiti's got to play it. Majewski's there. Almost took it away. And almost took it away again from Trevin Johnson. Sutton Majewski's so dangerous on the short-handed side.
Man, I might need you to run and grab your heart pills now. Holy cow, though. It was 2 skip-a-beat moments.
Edwards feeds it back over to the 6 of Jace Weimer. Weimer in his 24th season of junior hockey. We kid. The Jets back to full strength. 3 for 4 now on the penalty kill. Majewski was looking for Sharon. Comes back to Ingersoll. Picked up Sharon on the turnover. Aiden Sharon to Glomboski. To Zaccani, who scores! A.J. Zaccani, his second of the game. 8th of the season for the 19-year-old from Grosse Pointe, Michigan. And the Jets lead 3-1.
That is, I usually don't like to say that's a terrible play. That's a bad turnover, a bad giveaway. I mean, right in the neutral zone for Catalano, who's been really, really good this year at not turning the puck over. That's an atrocious giveaway in the neutral zone. Just those ones, they happen. They do happen. He's a guy that's going to shake it off, but that's a bad, bad turnover.
4-1 next door on rink 2. The T-Rex have scored. Ilya Moskvin with the goal, his 11th of the season to break the shutout bid. So the T-Rex making that game interesting. A.J. Zaccani is second of the game, 8th of the season from Ryan Glomboski and Aiden Sharon at 8:08. Zaccani, 8 goals, 5 of them have come against the Toledo Cherokee.
Yeah, I'm not that good at math, Matt, but that seems like a pretty good percentage.
Yeah. That's about 63% of his goals have come against Toledo. Chase Martin. Glaber keeps it in. Tyler Fleming. Off the boards, knocked away there by Gianluca Varelli. Landon Edwards brings it in, 8:10 to go. Here in the third period, Evangelista grabs it. Kicks it in the neutral zone, looking for Owen Coulter. As the Jets' fourth line out there with Varelli, Evangelista, and Coulter. Comes out, Lasidi grabs it for Landon Edwards off the boards. Novak collides. Nice bench awareness by Chase Martin to completely ignore the puck. Otherwise, that could have been another bench minor for too many men.
Yeah, that would have made Jamie Lovell that much more upset.
Oh, he'd have lost his mind.
I mean, you know he's upset they've taken all these penalties, and they're still winning by 2.
Yeah.
But
right out in front, Coulter. That puck took a weird hop off the boards and came out right in front of goaltender Daxton Lasidi.
Shocked both of them.
Krause intercepted by Coulter, but knocked away by Johnson. Shot sticked away by Ocheka, and off of Jake Taylor's skate, and into the back of the net. Toledo pulls it in 1. Cameron Krause off the skate of Jake Taylor, and Krause makes it 3-2. As Cameron Krause, the 20-year-old of Chenahan, Illinois, his 15th goal of the season, and the Cherokee back to within 1.
There was just a weird bounce at the other end of the ice, and then a fluky bounce. Just going to call a spade. A fluky bounce. Krause right there to poke it through the 5-hole of Ocheka. We're back to an interesting game again.
Indeed. Well, it's always interesting when the Jets and Cherokee play, for sure. As Krause, his 15th from Jace Weimer, just a minute 36 after Zaccani made it 3-1. It's 3-2 now.
Big answer. That's a big answer.
Indeed, and there's still a lot of time left. 6:45 to go here in the third period. Jake Blum for Luka Pivets. Majeski was there. Picked up by Jackson Stone. Stone will lob it in. Glove down by Claver, who lost the wheel. And a hand pass being called. 6:31 to go here in the third. Uh-oh, it's getting interesting next door. 4-2 now, Columbus, as the T-Rex with 2 unanswered goals.
T-Rex, baby. Don't count them out ever.
Ilya Mospin and Alex Dwyer with the goals. The last one coming on the power play. The T-Rex making things interesting next door in ring 2. We got a good one here, 3-2. Coming up after this game, some ACHA Division I college hockey as the Hope Flying Dutchman, Indiana Tech Warriors. Troy Oral Surgery pregame show at 6:30. Face-off at 7 o'clock. And Sharon for Glomboski with a shot off the glove. Rebound saved by Lasidi. Comes back over to Tyler Fleming. Fleming now over to Isaac Bunk. Bunk steps up, fires, goes wide. Fleming grabs a rebound on the other side. Over to Glomboski to Sharon. Knocked away there by Landon Edwards. 5:40 to go here in the third. Fleming now off the dump in. Feeds it for Zaccani, who's got 2 goals today. Picked off by Cameron Krause. Fleming catches up to it for Glomboski. Looking for the 68 of Joel Patterson. And icing the call. 5:20 to go. Minute 40 to go next door. Still 4-2. Little Bob Seeger. You know Matt McKinder's in the building.
You know, that's going to make my grandma very happy, Matt.
Yeah.
Grandparents' first ever visit here to Mount Clemens, so they're not tuning in on Black Bear, but they made the trip up.
Good. Looking forward to meeting him. I know we were going to meet him earlier. I was going to meet him earlier.
Yeah, we're busy up here, right?
What's cool about showcases, you can see a lot of parents, a lot of grandparents, a lot of siblings that make the trip from wherever they come from. Always a fun time for sure.
Love it. I love seeing teams you don't normally get to see. You know, I
Oh,
walked
yeah,
in and saw Trevor
That's my favorite
Jewell.
part. That's my favorite part about a showcase.
the
Teams you
best.
normally don't get to see. Like we got tomorrow, you know, the Hershey Cubs come in tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing them, their yearly appearance here. You know, the Charlotte Rush, who earlier today defeated the Battle Creek Colonels 6-2. That was a heck of a trip for the Rush.
Over 600 miles,
Got
over 10 hours.
Got on the bus at 3 a.m. this morning.
Whew, that's and then first games. Both teams had the first game on each rink.
You talk about bus legs. Holy cow.
I'll tell you what, though, the elite team did not look like they had bus legs. They came out flying earlier.
Davis. Shot there was blocked. Picked up by Aiden Hartzell. Knocked away. Hammer grabs it. Knocked in. Four minutes to go here in the third period. And Lucidi grabs it.
And that's something you usually see Dax Lucidi covering the puck, but had Evangelista bearing down on him with a lot of speed. You know Dax Lucidi loves to play that puck. But did the smart thing there and just held on to it.
And puck sent down into the Jets zone. Icing the call. 3:50 to go. Knocked off 10 seconds. We kick things off bright and early tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. The voice of the Fresh Coast Freeze, Aaron Poling, and the call of the Chicago Cougars and his Fresh Coast Freeze. Then yours truly, along with General Manager, Head Coach of the Cincinnati Cyclones, Lee Lansdowne, on the call of the Columbus Mavericks MetroJets Development Program, MJDP. Your first game tomorrow, you kick off Rink 2 at 11 a.m. Some elite action. Chicago Cougars Elite, Charlotte Rush Elite. And we've got a plethora of games throughout tomorrow and the rest of the weekend.
Certainly going to get your hockey fix on Black Bear TV this weekend.
38 games total this weekend. And we've actually reduced that from last year, and we knocked off a day as well. Because the last couple of years have been 5 days, Thursday through Monday. We knocked it to Friday to Monday. A few less games. Icing the call. 3:05 to go. 21 seconds to go next door. 4-2 score. Now, this could be either a salvage of play or they're putting up a goal. We'll see.
I mean, you said that could be a really, really good game.
I mean,
and for a while, it looked like it was all Columbus, but the T-Rex, 2 goals in that third period.
Yeah.
I mean, watch out for the T-Rex.
Shots 7-4 in this third period in favor of the Cherokee, though the Jets lead overall 27-23. A.J. Zaccani with 2 goals, Sutton Majeski with a goal. Hank Davis and Cameron Krause have counted for the Toledo Cherokee, about what you would expect. The big dogs stepping up.
As they always do. I mean, Trevin Johnson's had a couple of opportunities, just hasn't been able to cash in tonight.
Face off to the right, a goaltender Jakub Upcheka. 2:58 to go here in the third period. Johnson knocked away by Tyler Fleming. Evangelista knocked off the puck by Ingersoll, and a penalty coming. It's on Evangelista. High sticking. By no means was that intentional, but he basically lost the wheel, and his stick came up right into the visor. So for the 5th time, Toledo on the power play. They're 1 for 4. Opportunity for the Cherokee. If you're Kenny Miller, do at some point do you pull Daxton Lucidi during this power play?
You would think so. Obviously, you want to win that face-off.
And they're going to call a timeout.
They're going to draw something up. You know Kenny Miller's going to cook something.
Timeout, Toledo Cherokee.
You would think they're going to leave Dax Lucidi in.
You would think. For a bit.
For a bit. As long as they get control of that puck.
Final score next door. Columbus Mavericks win 4-2.
Solo first.
So the Columbus Mavericks tomorrow, they have a date with the MetroJets development program. And it's their doubleheader day tomorrow after MJDP at 10:30 a.m. They'll play the Charlotte Rush at 6:30.
I'd say there's some good hockey this weekend.
Chicago T-Rex will play the Cincinnati Cyclones at 2:30 p.m. You're on the call of that game.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Oh, would
That
you
should
look
be
at that?
fun.
T-Rex and the Clones.
Yes.
So I get to ask Lee Lansdowne what it was like working with you.
So dinosaurs against the another weather pattern.
Yeah. I believe it was the weather that got rid of the dinosaurs, right? Isn't that how history has it down?
Pretty much. So Cincinnati could have a bone to pick with the T-Rex.
Yeah. Or the other way around.
Right.
All extinct and all that,
Yeah.
Fossils.
Have you had a chance to look at the Chicago T-Rex uniforms? Have you seen them yet?
I saw a glimpse of them.
They are, I know it's either you like them or you don't. There's no in between. I think they're cool. I really do. I think they're just cool.
I'll let you know my thoughts tomorrow after that one.
I got to see the T-Rex at the USPHL Midwest Showcase. I had both one game with Elite and Premier. Zaccani bringing it in shorthanded.
Done that all night, Matt. I mean, they've been so aggressive on the kill, just skating pucks out themselves.
Keeping one eye on the play, one eye on Daxton Lasidi. And we're keeping a third eye on head coach Kenny Miller. Aiden Sharon brings it in. Oh, trying to kick it up to his forehand. Valuable time being killed off here by Aiden Sharon as him and Nolette get together, and a penalty coming. It's on Nolette, and that's going to kill the power play by the Cherokee. 2-minute minor for cross-checking on Charlie Nolette. We're back to even strength, 4-on-4. That is not what Kenny Miller wanted.
Yeah, I don't think this game has gone the way Kenny Miller thought it would based on previous meetings between these two teams. Toledo's looked off. They haven't looked like they have the past few meetings against Metro, but it kind of goes back to Metro's beating Toledo at their own game now.
You can almost look in the mirror of both clubs and see each other. They play such identical styles. Picked up by Bunk. Bunk with a shot, saved by Lasidi, bouncing puck, knocked away. Jay Taylor wisely decided not to go after it. Hank Davis, pressured by Isaac Bunk. Lasidi, waiting for the signal. Ingersoll, pressured by Majeski, who knocks it down into the Toledo zone. 1:35 to go here in the third period. Picked up by Klaber.
Excellent pressure. That's excellent pressure, forcing him to swing back like that.
Picked off, Stone. Jackson Stone, what a play by Stone just to kill off more time. We're only in 1:15 left here in the third period. What defense by Jackson Stone, as well as Sutton Majeski. Toledo can't get out of their own zone. Now they do. Here comes Klaber. Klaber feeds it up. The Kraus with a shot saved by Abcheka, and he'll hang on. And Daxton Lasidi is on the bench. 1:01 left. Columbus Mavericks with the win break the tie for the lead in the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division with Toledo. They're now 16-4. Should the Jets win, hang on. They'll move to third, past the Red River Spartans, 5 points back of the Cherokee, or 3 points back of the Cherokee, with a game in hand. Net's empty to our left. Edwards blocked by Zaccani and picked up by Zaccani, who's not on the ice by Trevin Johnson. Jets back to full strength, and now they're on the power play. Power play and an empty net. Zaccani picked off there and picked up by Evangelista. Empty net, wide.
What a play. Edwards got just enough of that.
Johnson looking for somebody, beat out of Pivas to Zaccani. Over to Evangelista. Oh, it's knocked away by Edwards. And again, the Cherokee cannot get out of their zone. Shot deflected. Wow. And the field goal's good. As a lucky fan from Shelby Township, Michigan will pick up a souvenir puck. Wow.
Now, I think Trevin Johnson's trying to lobby the officials and say that came from Metro's defensive zone, but I don't think he's going to get anywhere. It was
in the neutral
very
zone.
Clearly the neutral zone. Trevin Johnson not happy about it, but very clearly in the neutral zone.
So coming into this game, first and fourth in the Great Lakes Division separated by 5 points. By just 5 points. At the moment, they are separated by 7, with Columbus taking the win. This game was such Great Lakes Division standings implications between the top 4 teams. 15 seconds left. Martin to Fleming. Fleming is content with just killing time. And that's what he's going to do. He's going to try to save it across. He kicks it over to Sutton Majeski. 2 seconds left. That's going to do it. The MetroJets have defeated the Toledo Cherokee by a score of 3-2. Big win for the Jets, who climbed to 13-3-0-1, good for 27 points. Climbed to 3rd in the Great Lakes Division. Toledo falls, sees their 9-game winning streak snapped. They're 15-3, still 30 points, and now 2nd in the Great Lakes Division. Only 3 points ahead of the MetroJets, who have a game in hand. Shots on goal in the 3rd period. The Toledo Cherokee with 9, game total of 25. The MetroJets with just 5 shots on goal in the 3rd period, game total of 28. Your Troy Oral Surgery player of the game. 2 goals, including the game winner for the MetroJets, the 3, A.J. Zaccani will get the coveted USPHL Detroit Showcase hat. We have, I'm not saying this because I work for the MetroJets, we have the coolest hats of any showcase. I'm telling you right now. Sarah Vassar agrees. Right, Sarah?
Yeah, I agree. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, they're all right. Big win by the MetroJets. They'll play the Charlotte Rush tomorrow afternoon. 12:30 face-off. Right here in the primary rink. While the Toledo Cherokee will try to regroup. They'll play the Chicago Crush, also in the primary rink here at 4:30 p.m. Your Troy Oral Surgery player of the game. 2 goals for the 19-year-old from Grosse Pointe, Michigan, including the game winner. A.J. Zaccani is standing by with Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on-ice reporter Sarah Vassar.
Thanks, Matt. Okay, so AJ, you are our Troy Oral Surgery player of the game with 2 goals. Can you tell us your secret behind those?
My secret is actually Troy Oral Surgery. He did my chin last year, so thank you, Dr. John. But seriously, it's great teammates. I'm having so much fun with my line. We're playing really well, and they're just giving me the puck, and the least I can do for them is score every once in a while.
Did you like that heads up there from Jakub Cheka?
Oh, I got right in my ear.
All right, so this is a big game to start the showcase off with the big rivalry. What do you think that this sets the tone for the rest of the weekend?
Honestly, it's a good win. We're going to have fun tonight, but reset tomorrow. Doesn't really matter. We got another tough team tomorrow that's given us a hard time the last few years. So we got to rewind and find the energy once again.
All right, well, good luck with the rest of your games.
Thank you.
Back up to you guys on the flight deck.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Coming up next, speaking of Troy Oral Surgery, he knows how to work that sponsor in, doesn't
Shameless
he?
plug.
Indeed. 20 minutes from now, it is the Troy Oral Surgery pregame show. Some ACHA Division I college hockey to wrap up day number 1 of the 2025 USPHL Detroit Showcase. The Indiana Tech Warriors against the Hope Flying Dutchmen. Zeke Fraber, final thoughts?
I mean, it's just every time these 2 teams play, it's going to be a tight game. It's going to be a good game. And on any given game, you never know who's going to win. And, today I went Metro's way. They played very well. A.J. Zaccani, an unbelievable game. Just as he always steps up his game against Toledo. I mean, when we see you guys here in a few weeks, it could be another different story. You don't know, but that's the beauty of this rivalry is, any given day, either team can win.
Indeed, they can. So that's coming up next. So Troy Oral Surgery pregame show at 6:30, face-off at 7 p.m. between the number 12 ranked Indiana Tech Warriors and number 16 ranked Hope Flying Dutchmen. For Zeke Fraver, my name is Matt Preer, the voice of the MetroJets Hockey Club. We'll see you back here in 20 minutes. Yours truly, Matt Naiman, on the call for Indiana Tech and Hope. Final score, MetroJets 3, Toledo Cherokee 2. You're watching day one of the 2025 USPHL Detroit Showcase live exclusively on Black Bear TV.